Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Harold, here with me are my boy Sank Devo,
Yo,
as well as Swaggy.
Hello, hello, hello.
And welcome back to Root Beer and Digivices podcast. For today's episode, we're going to be talking about Xbox Project Helix, as well as, just Xbox in general, pretty much. So basically, to sum it up, there was an article talking about how Microsoft is working on yet another new Xbox console, and it's under the code name Project Helix.
Yeah, I've seen like a few images. It looks like a cylindrical version of the Xbox Series X, from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, and there's
And
also
sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say there's also the announcement of the PlayStation 6 going to be releasing soon, either next year or in 25.
It it's already 2026.
28.
I was gonna say like it's
yeah,
already past 2025.
Grilled cheese is frying my brain. Definitely.
Insert the Looney Tunes. I want a grilled cheese song.
Oh my god, I remember that episode. Yeah.
game over,
Anyway,
bud.
Anywho,
but
so I'm looking at some information about it, and it looks like it's gonna be like uh, a newer console from coming after the Xbox Series X, and
yeah,
it looks like it's going to be able to play some Xbox and PC games.
huh, crazy.
Probably very limited.
But even now, even with that, I doubt the Project Helix is even gonna make a huge amount of sales. Well, with there being the Steam Deck and the soon to come Steam machine and all.
Steam Machine. I don't think I've heard that before.
Yeah, so it's good. You like it, the Game Cube.
It's pretty much like a home console version of the Steam Deck for you to play Steam games on.
Wait a minute. Let me see this. Hang on.
Some people are like calling it the GameCube.
Microsoft
Yeah, I mean it does look like the
Steam Engine.
GameCube, albeit
But
slightly bigger.
yeah, but the
Let
whole
me
planet
see
words
this.
kind of thing. Yeah,
Oh, it does look like it does look like a GameCube.
yeah.
Yeah,
I bet someone's probably made like some kind of skin to put over the plate.
yeah, but like my thing is, I can't understand anyone who would even buy the Xbox Project Helix unless it's for games that are exclusive to the Project Helix.
True, and
Yeah,
like I'm trying to remember I'm trying to remember if the Xbox One sold well or if it was only the Xbox Series X that kind of like had some rough sales.
well, the highest selling Xbox console of all time is actually the 360, selling a total of either 83 million or 84 million, but it still lost to the PlayStation 3, which sold an 87 million, 87.4 million.
The 360 may have released first, but at what cost? The Red Ring of Death.
Oh my god. That's literally one of the reasons why I didn't buy the OG model of the 360 because of that. Which because when I was originally planning on getting my 360, I wanted to go for either the slim model or the elite model. The model I ended up getting was the elite.
Was the Elite model like the Pro models, or how different was the Elite from the Slim models?
I guess you could say it's somewhat much more slimmer. To say,
I'm used to how with PlayStation, like the PS3 had like the regular PS3, the slim model, and then like the super slim model, and then the PS4 came out. You had the base one, you had like a slim and then a pro model.
yeah,
So I just figured like so I just assumed that the elite model was like the pro model or something.
My guess is that it has more memory because my Elite model, it still has like a total of 150 some gigabytes still available, and I don't actually have much on it.
Hmm.
And literally, the only downloadable game that I ever bought on my 360 was Happy Tree Friends False Alarm.
There was a
That
happy there was a Happy Tree Friends game.
yeah, as well as one that came out like 3 years ago.
Huh. Never knew about that.
Yeah, but yeah,
Crazy.
it's that as well as the Extreme Legends expansion for Samurai Warriors 2. Because for whatever fucking reason, they didn't put Extreme Legends on disc for when it came to the 360 version. You had to buy it in the store.
Which game was this?
Samurai Warriors 2 Extreme Legends.
Wasn't that on PlayStation?
Yeah, it's on PlayStation 2, but there's also one on the Xbox 60. But instead of them having like a physical disc version, you had to download it from the store.
Oh.
Reminds me
Yeah.
of how they did with the Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series.
Yeah.
Like, they only released the physical version, like in Canada or wherever. Really?
Yeah.
In Europe? I mean, yeah.
I never thought that a game released for the Xbox would only have like a digital version, and they were doing
Yeah.
this like a decade or two in advance compared to how games are released these days.
Yeah.
How was that not a warning? That
Yeah.
back then, how was that not like a warning?
I question what I was thinking back then because they made some pretty dumbass choices back in the day in like the late 2000s, early 2010s.
Huh. That's quite a surprise.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, my thing is when Project Helix does come out, I honestly don't see it selling all that well because I still remember when like the newest PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X/S were still hard to get, around COVID.
Yeah.
And no joke, I at one point I legit did, see one of those consoles going on sale like normally, that being the Xbox Series S.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Well, that's pretty much it. That the Xbox Series S was pretty much the only one of the consoles that was selling in normal stores and not like, not like the PlayStation 5 or the digital edition or the
I'll
Xbox
be right back.
Series X, which
Mom
are
needs
still
to
being,
for a second.
yep, which were still selling like crazy.
Oh, I forgot. The Xbox consoles did do like a digital only and like a physical version as well. I forgot about that. I thought it was only the PS5 that did like the one like where it has like a disc reader, and the other ones don't have one installed, and
Yeah,
and you have to like manually get one of those
yeah,
to
the normal
install.
PlayStation 5 and the PS5 Slim have disc readers, but the digital edition of the PS5 and the PS5 Pro don't.
Not the Pro model?
Nah, it doesn't have. You have to buy the disc drive separately.
What?
Yeah,
Well, that's stupid.
tell me about it.
God, I saw like a thing like a couple weeks ago. It was showing like the current prices of consoles with the recent like spike in prices for things, and the PS5 Pro costs like $900, the same amount I paid for my OG PS5.
Yeah, that's the same amount I had to pay to get my PS5. And FYI, it was bundled with two controllers as well as Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and MLB The Show 21.
Mine was just the console. I got ripped apart separately.
Yeah.
I paid almost $1,000 just to play Rift Apart,
Yeah.
but it was worth it.
Yeah, I still need to finish up Rift Apart when I can.
I mean, I could help you out.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather, figure out how to, play the game much more better my way, especially since, I actually do own All For One on the PS3, if you still remember that game.
True. For Rift Apart, it's just a matter of just like
Right.
utilizing weapons correctly, upgrading weapons that are actually they're actually good. They actually have like good upgrades and whatnot. And like sure, the first pistol is great, but like it's only but like once you get to V5, you may as well use other weapons because like the cold snap is like very busted. And then like once you get like the Warmonger, combine that with the cold snap, the most broken combo in the game.
Ooh.
And from what I've seen from your playthrough, you're close to getting the Warmonger, but with your loadout of weapons, you might struggle on the next boss fight. So I suggest that you probably like go back to some previous levels, grind your weapons, and get some rare titanium if you can, because like some weapons you have could definitely use some rare titanium upgrades and as some weapon leveling too.
Yeah. But apparently there's also a digital version of the PS5 Slim. From what I'm seeing. But
right.
yeah,
Back to Project Helix.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at another thing. It's saying like if it's going to be a console, and it's saying it's going to be as available as a first-party Xbox console. I'm not sure what they mean by first party. Like, what the previous one's not first party? Or
they were. Of course.
So I guess Project Helix is going to be like another traditional generation console.
It's going to be another Xbox console.
No, wait. I'm trying to remember like what gen numbers each console was because like I know. Wait, the PS. Wait. What generation was the PS2 again? Wasn't
6.
that Yeah, the PS3 was Gen 7, the PS4 was Gen 8, and the PS5 is Gen 9, right?
Yeah.
So then wouldn't the Xbox X and Series S be the Gen 9 as well?
Yeah. Same with the Switch 2.
Okay, so then if I'm correct, then this is just an assumption, but I'm guessing either Helix will be a late Gen 9 or as early as Gen 10.
Wait.
A Gen 10 console.
Technically it would be Gen 10 along with the PlayStation 6.
That's what I said. I'm assuming that Project Helix and the PS6 will be Gen 10.
Yeah, but you also said like Gen 9, when technically it wouldn't be Gen 9.
Well, I was saying like it could be like a very late Gen 9.
Yeah. Well, all right.
I still think it's still kind of early for the PS6 since like the PS5 came out like late 2020, and that's usually console generations usually last for like 7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
I mean, there were. I mean, like sure, like the N64 lasted for like a few years, and like the GameCube came out early, and like and other times, like certain consoles came out earlier than other times, and like sure, the PS2 came out in 2000, like the PS3 came out in 2006, but like for some reason, like that one felt normal, but like I still think like a 7 to 8 year like gap between consoles makes sense. Then 4 years in between.
I mean, to be fair, the Game Boy Advance was 6th gen console, and the DS was the 7th gen, and the DS came out 3 years after the Game Boy Advance.
I mean, the earlier models of the DS were compatible with GBA games.
Yeah,
and I do recall the DS Lite being able to do that too. It wasn't, but when it came to the DSi, that couldn't play GBA games, but it could play DS games.
Yeah,
as well as a few games that supported a few things that were exclusive to the DSi. Although the only games I recall having some DSi exclusive things was like that one iCarly game and like that one Penguins of the Madagascar game.
I actually have that Penguins game.
I find it funny when I find it funny when it came to the 3DS. Okay, I find it funny when it came to the 3DS. It could still play DS games, and for some reason, it still included the DSi exclusive content. So if you still had like a game that had some DSi exclusive stuff, the 3DS could still do that just fine.
It also run the features and also could run the DSi apps as well.
True. Hence why the 3DS's like code was easy to crack.
Yeah. But anyways, back to being on topic.
Mhm.
I genuinely don't see Project Helix even doing well unless
They
had
do
like,
something really good.
huh?
Unless they do something really good, because like when it came to the Xbox Series X exclusives, the exclusives were kind of had some issues or something, if I recall.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't see any.
Some already had like PC ports, and some of them were like, some already had PC ports or did not receive well.
Yeah. I mean,
There was Halo Infinite, but I'm not sure how well that one sold compared to the other Halo entries.
but yeah, I don't see it like doing all that well unless there are some. I really don't see anybody buying the thing unless there are some like good exclusives or whatever. Especially considering many of Xbox's titles were ported over to the PS5. Forza Motorsport being one of them.
Motorsport, I don't recall that one.
Yeah, or not Forza Motorsport. Forza Horizon 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had it confused. I mean, I still remember seeing the announcement of how the Bungie software or wherever that one company that made the Halo games was bought by PlayStation, and like to this day, I'm still waiting for a PlayStation port of the Halo games. Like what's the like I'm not trying to complain, but like it would be funny to play Halo on the PlayStation, but just like why hasn't it been possible yet?
Yeah.
Because they're remaking it.
I mean, like, what's wrong with the PlayStation console? Like, is it like not meant for the console, or is it just like working with the buttons not compatible or something?
Wait, what?
I'm just saying, like, is there something that's not making it work on PlayStation, or is it just because like the buttons on the PlayStation controller can't like work properly or something?
I don't even know, honestly.
Like, they're too lazy to port it.
I mean,
Well,
I guess that kind of makes sense since Microsoft does own Banjo-Kazooie, and it kind of makes sense that they don't want to make another entry in the series, considering the series has been out for like a while, and like the last released entry was Nuts and Bolts, and they don't really want to do another game.
I mean, one of the biggest complaints about Nuts and Bolts was the designs of of Banjo and Kazooie, which, yeah, they looked ugly as hell in that game.
I mean,
yeah, and they also used that same design in the Xbox 60 version of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing.
Oh,
they had that character exclusive to that version, that platform of the game.
I mean, I'm still glad that we got Banjo-Kazooie and Smash Ultimate. That's like that was incredible.
Yeah.
It's also crazy. They have it like in the files in the PC version of Sonic and Sega, but it's not usable.
Why not?
I have no idea. For some reason, the Mii's are also like in the files too. I'm like, why?
What?
And the Xbox 60 avatar, I'm like, what?
Don't tell Nintendo this. They'll force a DMCA.
Yeah, like it can't be played in the game normally anyway, so it's just in there to make it work.
Bro, that would be funny. Being able to play as Banjo and your Mii's on the PC version. That would be hilarious.
When it had like proper mod support. I do have the game, but I just haven't figured it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember playing it on Wii though.
Yeah.
Where
like,
advertisement.
yeah, I mean, literally the only Xbox console I own is the 360. I don't even own any of the other ones because PlayStation Nintendo person here.
I mean,
The only Xbox system I have is the Xbox One and the OG Xbox.
I don't have I don't have any of the systems, but I do recall playing the 360 version of Minecraft at like a at like a friend's house that my brother knew, and like the one time no, and like the few times I went to my local boys and girls club as a kid, and like they had like an Xbox 360, and always play, and I remember playing like the 360 version of Cars 1 and like Guitar Hero, as well as like Minecraft.
Yeah.
I have the
I mean,
PS2 version of Cars 1 and the the OG Xbox version of Cars 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was an OG Xbox One.
yeah,
The
it's
OG
around
Xbox
2006
version of Cars 1.
because it came out in 2006, and
Whoops, my computer turned off. Yeah, the 360 version came out like sooner or after.
yeah,
No, wait. The 360 was wait, 360. Wait, 360 was compatible with the OG Xbox, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, but
No. What I was saying was like, wasn't the 360 compatible with OG Xbox games?
Certain select ones.
yeah, certain ones.
Was it-
Some
was it-
and certain ones had like compatibility issues, so there was
Yeah.
it was even more limited.
Oh. I think Crash Twinsanity had one of those issues where like it was fine on Xbox, but like there was like a problem on 360.
Yeah, speaking of that,
yeah,
I actually beat it on original Xbox, and it's not a compatibility issues. It's just the game itself.
yeah.
It's I had that same problem, but on original hardware.
It's
It's not a
mess.
backwards compatibility issue. It's the port. It's the version of the game itself. It was primarily made for the PS2, but then they just the OG Xbox version was an afterthought.
Yeah.
I guess it was the thought. I guess it was the thought of having it on another console that counted, because like because Rather Cortex was also on the Xbox and GameCube.
Yeah. No, it was like cancel on the GameCube because the GameCube couldn't handle all that like open world at once.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one thing I kind of hope that Helix could do. I hope it will still continue the backwards compatibility, because like
Yeah, because
I think the X and S, or no, I think the Xbox Series X and S are still backwards compatible with Xbox One.
yeah.
I would like to see it if the newer one could still be compatible with the recent consoles.
Yeah.
Like if there's one thing okay. There's nothing. I hope that also the PS6 could also be backwards compatible, because like there are so many things that would be great to play on newer consoles, but either they're going to be functioning on the newer consoles, or it was just not possible. And it's just like, come on, like
Yeah.
Or because of licensing,
true, like
because of like the music on it.
as much as
The
I would
original Cars game, like they couldn't make it playable on current Xbox
Like-
because
it's like as much as I love to play Ratchet and Clank, I would really hope that the PS6 could be backwards compatible with PS2 games, and not do like how it was handled on PS5, where it's only available on the PS Plus premium subscription. And
Yeah,
if you do get it, like it's a cloud stream version of the PS3 HD ports.
yeah.
yeah,
Even now, like, I
your
still don't.
internet is good enough to even play it at all.
Yeah. If anything, I don't understand, why they can't just release the games like separately, like pay money for them, if they're not gonna make the original discs backwards compatible.
Well, with some games, there were some coding and whatnot that only functioned on the PS2, and since future consoles didn't have some of those things that were on older consoles, that's why some games couldn't be backwards compatible with other consoles.
Yeah.
Like there were like a lot of, I mean, when the PS3 came out, like there were like a lot of PC games that could work on. No, there were a lot of PC games that could work on PS3, but like some just couldn't.
PS3.
No, so the OG PS3 could play some PS2 games.
Yeah. I mean,
They
with
could eat up.
with Twin Sanity, for example, it could be played on the PS3, albeit I think it had to be like the PAL version.
The PAL version,
Yeah.
Yeah, pal.
right? And like
Yeah.
hopefully, like the backwards compatibility will still be like very strong and not like very limited. Because like I mean, again, like the amount of games the Xbox Series X and S had was like very small, or
Yeah.
not very small, but more of like most of its games were already on PC or had like PlayStation ports, so it was just like there wasn't much exclusive, there wasn't much exclusives, and even the PS5 had some issues too, where most of its exclusives already had PC ports.
Yeah, but they stopped doing that recently.
They stopped doing PC ports.
Yeah, recently they announced it.
That's a
It's not making them much money, I guess.
that's a first.
Yeah, which honestly they should just stay PlayStation exclusive to begin with, honestly.
I mean,
For fuck's sake, when Sackboy Big Adventure came out for PC, only about 600 people actually paid for the Steam version.
and even then, some of the exclusive costumes in that version were then ported to the PS5 version.
Mm.
I think the PC version had that one like arcade machine costume, and that was like ported to consoles.
Yeah, as like a DLC.
Yeah, a free add-on. Okay, don't get me wrong. Seeing the announcement for the PC version of Ripped Apart was amazing, but the thing is, like, I already have the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I played it twice.
And like I remember like I remember seeing like people like making jokes, and like I remember seeing people making jokes about like making some crazy mods for the game, and like I even had some ideas too, but like I don't know if anyone has ever even done those mods, or if that was just all just for a few laughs. Because like
Yeah.
I remember some people, they were all like, I remember some people, they were making posters of like, oh, I can finally play as the Ratchet 1 Ratchet in Ripped Apart, or even give Rivet some cool costumes to reference the other games. Nope, I didn't see any of that. But at least some mods were, but there were some other mods like like some more unique like skins for the wrench and hammer, like like a Keyblade, Shulk's Monado sword, and like.
Yeah. I was gonna say. But yeah, anyways, I guess we'll have to see how
RTX support. If you have like an RTX graphics card.
Yeah, but anyways, back to being on topic. I honestly have barely any hope that Project Helix will even sell well when it in the PS6 release. But I guess we'll have to see, wait and see. Because, like I said, the highest selling Xbox console by far is the 360, which sold about, again, 83 to 84 million units.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, none of the newer Xbox consoles have been able to reach that high. Not even Xbox One.
Didn't the Xbox One do well?
It did do well, but it
not as much.
wasn't as good as it didn't sell well compared to the Xbox 60.
Right.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I can definitely see why that is, considering the Xbox 360 it's pretty much the best Xbox console made by Microsoft by far.
I mean, the other thing I'm kind of curious about is what will the final product's name what will the final name be for the product? Because like, not
Yeah.
that Project Helix is a bad name, but like, it makes sense that they had to have some prototype names. I'm just curious of what'll be called in the future when it drops the project title.
Yeah.
Like looking back to the history, looking through like the number of consoles. The first one was just Xbox. The second one was called 360. Then you had Xbox One. Then you had X/S. So the question is what will Helix be called in the final, what will its final name be called?
Yeah.
Concerning PlayStation has done has done progressively since PlayStation has always done like a number by one.
Yeah. And just Xbox has a weird thing of naming consoles. Considering we have Xbox One, and people will think you're talking about OG Xbox. No, the newest one, Xbox One.
I still remember seeing one of those videos where someone was showcasing the future of consoles, and the Xbox console was called the Xbox 720.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Those classic early late 2000s and early 2010 videos of them from people calling it the Xbox 720.
Yeah,
it was similar to the 360, but like the fact that the number 720 was the number 360 times 2.
that's
It was
something
genius.
that's something I could see like Atari doing, because 2600, 5200, and 7800. Back when
True.
they were still in the console market. I mean, they sort of are with the Atari VCS, but not really. But literally the 360 is pretty much the only Xbox console I'll ever own, really, if I'm being honest. Because I mean, there were pretty much two main reasons I even got one.
What were those reasons again? I may have forgotten.
The first one being that so I could play games that are on the PlayStation 2 and to an extent the Wii, but aren't available on PlayStation 3. Play those games on the Xbox 60 in high definition. Games that I like that include the first two Warriors Roadshow games, Dynasty 5 Empires, and Cars. And the second reason being to play games on the 360 that were released on PlayStation 3 but didn't have trophy support. Games that I like that including Cars International, Dynasty Warriors 6, Call of Duty 3, and Ratatouille.
Wait, didn't the 360 have achievements? I know Xbox One had achievements.
The 360 was the first to have achievements, although it could technically be the OG Xbox that had achievements.
I don't know about that one. I'd have to check on that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, this just dawned on me, but okay, this might sound a little silly, but I was just thinking of what will the controller look like?
I don't know, but if they're still using those fucking battery packs, yeah, I don't see it doing well at all.
Oh yeah, that's right. The controllers use battery packs.
Yeah, it's even to this day they still fucking use battery packs and shit, and I'm like, bro, we fucking moved on from them. Cause thing is, with the PlayStation consoles, literally none of the consoles fucking used battery packs.
Well, I mean, if you use like a third-party controller, maybe.
Yeah, but none of the mainline controllers even made it where you had to use batteries for them. Only for third-party controllers for that released third-party controllers that were released for the PlayStation 2 or 3.
I remember having like a third party PS2 controller where it's solely where it's solely like ran on batteries, and like you didn't have to, you didn't have to worry about the wire limiting how far you could like hold the controller from the console.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, the PlayStation 3 controller, like, all you had to do was just hook it up to a charging cable for a few hours. You could still play it, but then, once it was fully charged, you could take it off the cable.
Right. And the console would tell you, like, battery low, please charge.
Yeah, but, like, the Xbox 60 and Wii didn't do that. They just had those dumb fucking battery packs.
I mean, some Wii games did that thing, like, where the Wii remote's battery was low. It would say, like, the Wii remote has a low battery. Please replace with new batteries.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They use battery packs instead of like having you use some kind of like charging cable or something to put them on.
There's some like third party stuff like the Energizer we battery packs like I have.
Yeah. But I honestly feel like it would have probably done more better if those battery things, those rechargeable batteries were like first party or something. Then it would probably do well. Plus, there's also the fact that literally when it came to the handheld consoles, Nintendo stopped using batteries for their handheld systems, starting with the DS, which was in the same generation as the Wii. Which,
right, I do recall the earlier Game Boy consoles using batteries.
Yeah, with the with Wii remotes still using batteries you had to put in them. Now they stopped doing that with the Wii U. I mean, yeah, the Wii U still many games had you using the Wii remote, which still obviously use batteries, but it's like basically like the controllers for the Wii U, like first party stuff, like the gamepad and Pro controller, just had you using a charging cable to use it, like the Sony was doing for their controllers.
Yeah,
but it's like Xbox, they just, oh my god, the fact that they're still using batteries even after all these years for their controllers it just shocks me to no end.
I mean, if it worked for them in the past, I wouldn't be surprised if they still use it as their thing since it worked well back then for them.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, nobody's gonna want to use batteries for their controllers. They're gonna want, to put it on a charging cable and play for their own hours without having to need to recharge it.
True.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like batteries cost fucking money to get.
Right. Especially when other things need to use batteries, like alarm clocks, like alarm clocks. What other stuff would need batteries? TV remotes, or have they been changing that?
Yeah. But honestly, whether it does well or not, we'll have to, wait and see. But
yeah, I think it could do well. It just depends on if they're going to actually try to give it some stuff.
Yeah, like some exclusive titles, or actually give us a controller that doesn't use batteries, and instead, just give us a charging cable for it, like Sony's been doing for us, and Nintendo as well.
Right.
But yeah. But anything else regarding, Project Helix?
I mean, apart from knowing that's going to be a Gen 10 console, and and what we know so far, it's more of like it's just a matter of what they're going to unveil, and and how the world will what's the word, like describe it, no, more like just no, not describe, but like give intel, no, what's the right word, you know what I'm trying to mean, right? Like review it or something,
I guess.
or there are or when people give their own like opinions,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Because thing is, if they're just thinking about, having that thing just running Xbox Helix games as and PC games, yeah, I really don't think the whole thing playing PC games is gonna, you know, help the consoles sell well at all, considering, again, we have the Steam Deck and soon we're gonna be getting the Steam machine, which
Right, and
will
like
help us with PC gaming.
right, and like I've this and then like the Steam Deck has been doing well, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, they're pretty much sold out right now.
It's sold out?
Yeah, on the official website.
Huh. That's a surprise. I didn't think that would happen, but like impressive.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I'm guessing that's pretty much all.
Yeah, with what I
Yeah.
can like with what I can like think of and like process.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, once the system comes out and it has like, its official name, we'll have like a better idea of how things will eventually turn out.
Yeah. Well, I guess that'll be it for, today's episode, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. If you all did, please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out a lot. And for new videos every day. But this is your host, Harold, and again with Davo
Yeah.
and Swaggy.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.
See ya.